I imagine that all of us are created in the image and likeness of God. And what does that mean? To me, that means that at the core of who we are, we're sacred human beings, that we have a great dignity that ought to be respected by ourselves and by others. And that regardless of who we are, gay, lesbian, bisexual, straight, that we all have I think, a deep desire to understand ourselves more deeply and to find our greater purpose and meaning in the world. I think that the best thing that any parent can do is to be present and to listen to their son and daughter and to meet them where they're at. I think that's the best thing we can do. I think the second thing is certainly be empathetic. Certainly your son or daughter, when they were thinking about coming to you to talk about this, probably had thought about it for a really long time, because it takes a lot of courage to come with something that's so close to their heart, but the recognition that so many people on the outside might reject them and put them down, and especially to the people that they're closest to, their parents. And so I would just encourage you to come to them with a really empathetic heart. So I would say to parents, to be patient with your son and daughter also. And if you do need time, to let them know that, and then to come back to them at a later date to continue the conversation. I think the other thing that can happen sometimes is we can have this big conversation where we come out and then we never talk about it again. And I would just encourage you, if you have opportunities naturally where it could come up, that you can continue that conversation, be open and affirming, empathetic and real with them, and to bring your questions. I think they appreciate the questions. And then finally, the last thing I would say is that you want to look for a community that might say in its bulletin that they're welcoming, open, affirming, engage and embrace a diversity. Perhaps it says in the bulletin, all are welcome. And certainly go and visit that church. When I think about that, I think about a church that I went to years ago. I went to Mass on a Sunday morning, and at this Mass, a gay couple came and presented their child for baptism. And I looked around and I saw who was present there, and I recognized that this was a vibrant community of both old and young, gay and straight, religious and married, who come together to do what? To celebrate God's Word and sacrament. What a blessing that could be for your son and daughter.